So before we proceed about the inheritance concept, let me go back to abstraction once again. Yeah, after knowing what is abstraction, what is encapsulation, then we expect one question in OOPS that what is POJO class? We'll get a question. Then on encapsulation only, we'll get one more question called as what is bean class? Yeah, for private variables in encapsulation concept of data hiding, for private variables, we have taken the public getters and setters. Correct or not? Then previously we learned about a class with constructor. Yes or no? So then with the combination of this information, we will understand what is a POJO class. Then we will also understand what is a bean class. So for first thing, POJO is it is not a predefined class. Most will understand this is a predefined class because the specific name is given. No, it is not a predefined class. So then, which class is called as a POJO class? The first property, public class. The class has to be public. Yeah, access modifier of the class should be public in a simplest meaning. Then second one, each variable has to be private. Means all variables must be private in that. Yeah. Then for each private variable, then there is a one public getter center. For each private variable, there should be one public getter. We know what is this, and a public setter also. Yeah. So then followed by no arguments constructor. The class should have a no arguments constructor. If a class which satisfies these properties, then that class is called as a bean class. It can be student class, it can be employee class, it can be square class, rectangle class also. In a class, if all these properties are there, then such type of class is called as a POJO class. Yeah, that's the definition. What is a POJO class question means? A public class with private variables with public getters and setters and with no argument constructor is called as a POJO class is the definition. Clear? Then what is this bean class? More or less it is same only. It is same only. But to be more precise, minutely if you find a difference, then first clarity from my end, bean is not predefined class. It is also not predefined class, same as like POJO. It is not a predefined class. Then which class is called as bean class? The class has to be public class, same first property. The class has to have all variables as private, same property. Then for each private variable, there should be one public getters and setters, same property. Then it should have no argument constructor also. Then why it is called as bean class? So here, the extra property is this class has to extends. Yeah, this class has to uh, extends with so this class has to import what is that? Java.io dot serializable. What is this? Don't worry, just remember the name. So this class has to have java.io.serializable. What is this serializable? Everything we'll understand in collections concept. Till that point of time, remember. Yeah. So with this one extra property, it will also become a bean class. If only 4 properties, it is called as a POJO class. So generally, even this also in our industry terms, people call it as bean class only. Yeah, but more precisely, minutely, if you find a difference, this is one extra difference. This is the extra property for bean class, which is not there for Pojo class. That's all. Yeah, clear? So it has to implements actually. It has to implements like extends is a keyword. Implements also another keyword in Java. The class has to implement with a implements keyword. What it has to implement? One interface. What is that interface? Serializable. Where it is present in Java IO package, it is present. Yeah, clear? Yes, please remember for this your interview purpose. This is associated with encapsulation concept. Yeah, a public class, private variables, public getters and setters, no argument constructor. Clear? No? So then we are in inheritance concept. We are in inheritance concept. And in this, we discussed in yesterday's class about how do we access one class data from other class by using which keyword? Extends is a keyword in lowercase letters. Then we can access variables. We can access methods also, which we have seen without creating object only we can access. Yeah, so then I am continuing from there. The next topic in this is types of inheritances. Types of inheritance. How many are there and how many Java supports? And if anything Java doesn't support, what are the reasons? Types of inheritance. Yeah. So the first type, I'll write the representation, then I'll write the Java syntax also. So there is one parent class, class A. So being a parent class, and there is one child. So this is the child class. So from one single child to a parent relationship is called as single level inheritance. This is called as single level inheritance. Yeah. So we already know the syntax. What's the syntax? Public class, class name A is a parent class with some members, variables and methods. Then what is the class B syntax has to be? Class, class name B. What's the keyword? Extends is a keyword to achieve the inheritance with spacing. Class name space extends keyword. Then followed by class A or only A. Only A. Then B class body and its Java code. It can use the parent members also. So this is what is called as first type of inheritance called single level. Does Java support this? Yes, Java supports single level inheritance. Clear? So this is what already we used this in yesterday's class. Then the second type, there is a class A being a parent. Then there is a class B is a child. We have discussed the various names also. Then the next level, this B class is again parent. To whom? To one more class called as class C. Then here C is again a child. Correct? So this level, so A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, like this, any number of classes can exist. That's called as multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance is a combination of multiple single levels. So this is one A to B is one single level, and B to C is another single level. If we club them, that's called as multi-level. Yeah, multi-level inheritance. Then what is the syntax for this one? First, public class, class A and a class body, then class B extends class A, then B class body, then followed by class C extends class B or A. Who is parent of B? So parent of C, B. So extends B, then its body. So this is the syntax for multi-level inheritance, and Java support this or not? Yesterday last example, super keyword. So we have seen this. Java supports this also. Yeah. So then the third one, the third one, is it possible to have one parent class and multiple child classes? For class A, one child class B. For class A, another child class C. Is it possible? D, E and all. Yes or no? Can one mother has multiple children? Yes. That way you can remember. I don't like to relate that way, but just to remember. So this is possible. So that is called as multi-level inheritance. Sorry. Yeah. Multiple inheritance. Previously is multi-level. Yeah. Then here it is a multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance more clearly single parent class with multiple child classes. With multiple child classes. Then what is the syntax for this one? Public class, class A, and then class body, followed by class B extends A, then B class body, then followed by class C extends B or A, extends A. Then can class C access B class data directly? Can your brother take your chocolate? No, right? So it's also like that. B and C are something like siblings. So it is, they both can acquire properties from the parent, but not between them. So this is also possible in Java. Three types: single level, multi-level, multiple. Clear? Yeah. So then the next part, this is the important one. So here it is, a class A and a class B, and A has one child called C. B also has the same child. Yeah. Is it possible? Yeah. Just a minute. Just a minute. Yeah. Uh, just a second. I'm sorry. This is called as hierarchical. This is called as hierarchical inheritance. Then here, multiple parents, but single child. So previous one, shall I repeat, please? It's called as hierarchical inheritance. So then multiple inheritance is this actually. It is multiple inheritance. So this is called as multiple inheritance. Yeah. So if this is supported, if this is possible, then what is the syntax? This is one entry question actually. This is one important point to know. So previous one was hierarchy. It's a hierarchy. Then here it is a multiple inheritance. Is it possible or not possible? Yesterday Rashant asked this question. It is in Java. Java doesn't support. I'll write those properties at the last. So Java doesn't support multiple inheritance at a class level. More clearly at a class level only. Because in Java there is one more concept. In the other concept, Java supports multiple inheritance. But at a class level, it is not supported. Yeah. Then what is the reason for that? Let us assume, yeah, let us assume Java supports multiple inheritance. Let us assume. If it is supported, then what the syntax looks like? There is a class, public, class, class A, and inside this class body, I'll write some code later. Then there's one more class, public class, class B, and instance class B body, some code. So they are two independent classes, but who is the child of both? C. Then what's the syntax? Public class, a separate file or same file, doesn't matter. So here I am taking public class, class name C. What's the keyword? Extends is a keyword to achieve the inheritance. Yeah, extends is a keyword. Then followed by what's our class names? A. Then again extends B or comma B or colon B. How to write it? Yeah, assume is a comma. Assume. Everything is assumption only. It's not possible actually. Yeah, if we assume like this, then inside is class B. Inside is class C, class C body. Let us take one method. Public void fun is a method. Possible or not possible? In a class, we can have a method, right? Then in class A, let us take one method called public void yum1 and no inputs and its body. I'm writing in the same line. Then in class B, public void yum2, then its body. Possible? As of now, everything is possible. Then who is C class? C class is a child of both A and also B. Then from child class C, can we access M1 directly because it's a child? Yes or no? So through inheritance, parent class method can be accessed from child class method directly without creating object. Similarly, since B is also parent of C, can we access M2? Yes or no? Yes, it is possible. So till this point of time, our assumption also is not having any conflict. Correct? Now, I'll take one more method. What is that? In this class A, public void F is a method and its body. In class B also, public void F, same name. So here different names, then looks like, okay, why Java doesn't support multiple inheritance? It looks like no logic in not supporting. But now the possibility is A class can have a method name called as F with no parameters. Possible or not possible? It's a separate class. Why don't we have a different method? Then B is also independent class only. In this B class also, we have a method and name is F and also inputs same as no inputs. Yes. Now, since both A and B are child, A and B are child, then from C class, can we access F? Yes or no? Like how M1 and M2 is possible, F also has to possible. Then this F will be A class method or this F is B class method. Yeah, then both are there. Then JVM has to execute A class F method or B class F method. Why A class? Because the order? No. It is because of the order will work in Python. In Python, this supports. It is because first what is the order extends? A comma B. So first priority goes to A. B comma A. First priority goes to B in Python. But in Java, this syntax itself is error. What's the reason? Because of this situation. It's called as a function ambiguity. It's one interview question. What is function ambiguity? Is a question. What is the answer? If Java supports multiple inheritance at a class level, then both parents classes can have a same method with same signature. Then from child class, when programmer tries to access, JVM will feel the confusion of which parent class method to be executed. That's confusion is nothing but technically ambiguity. Yeah, that's what it is called as a function ambiguity. So because of function ambiguity, multiple inheritance is not supported. It is not supported at class level. At class level. Understood? Clear? Yeah. You should be in a position to answer in terms of statements. Sometimes they will not give a paper to write it. So the only you'll get a question, what is multiple inheritance? Then you should be in a position to answer clearly. If two parent classes have same method name with same signature, Then from child class, if we try to access through inheritance, then JVM will confuse to execute which class method. That is called as a function ambiguity at multiple inheritance. So because of that, so Java doesn't support multiple inheritance at class level. Then you may ask, what if we don't write this F and F? It with only M1 and M2 without this F, then will it be supported? No, because A class programmer may have anytime create one method. B programmer can create anytime any method. So therefore that can be 0.0001% of having same methods with same signature. So Java doesn't take a chance of that 0.001% also by supporting this. That's why it is ignored. It is not supported in Java at a class level till this Java 21 version. Maybe in 22 version, 23 version in future, 2030, Java might support by doing internal adjustments. But at this point of time, today's date, Java did not support multiple inheritance at a class level. Clear? Yeah. Then, if you ask me where it supports, so here, multiple inheritance is supported in Java only. It is supported at interface level. There is a concept called as interface in Java. So at this level, the multiple inheritance is supported, but at a class level, not supported. Clear? Yeah. So in general also, multiple inheritance is supported, yes or no. Then mostly it will be considered as class level only, and we can go for no answer. Yeah. Precisely means we can go for yes with interface, no with class. Am I clear? Yeah, this is the fourth type of inheritance, but this type is not supported by Java. Done? Anything to take, or shall I write anything points? Function ambiguity is one question. The question is, what is function ambiguity? For this, if you understand the concept, make your own statements. Yeah. Shall I go for next type? Yeah. Now with this understanding of previous one hierarchical, I'm sorry, but any confusion, it's clear. Single parent, multiple children is called as hierarchy, and a multiple parent single child is called as a multiple. There is a difference. Yeah. Online, am I clear with? Because here I have written the name incorrect, but the meaning is same, syntax is same. Am I clear with this? Okay, others please respond now. Along with me, four people are there. Sorry, other than me, four people are there. Yeah, both are opposite. Yeah. Then we'll go for one more type. The next type is hybrid inheritance. Hybrid inheritance. So for some reason, it is also called with some other name. I'll tell you clearly. So anybody aware of this hybrid inheritance? No. Those who knows, will it be supported in Java or no? Before I explain, can I get your answers? If you have any idea, if you have learned Java before, hybrid inheritance is supported, yes or no? Y or N? Okay. So first, what is hybrid? In general, in our farmer's life also, we'll see hybrid seeds. You will listen hybrid seeds, right? Yeah. It's a combination of two or more seeds. Yeah. So they'll be doing some crafting and this and that. So they spoil the actual seed and they'll generate a new seed. Yeah. So that's called as hybrid. So in Java also, or in inheritance concept also, if two or more inheritances combined together, two or more different inheritances put together is called as a hybrid inheritance. Then let us take examples, then we'll write the reasons for that. So here I'm writing one diagrammatic representation. Please tell me what is this? This is what type of inheritance according to our discussion? Single level. Then to this B, what is this part? Only BCD is what type of inheritance? Hierarchical inheritance, right? This A and B combination, A and B combination is single level. Then next, if you take the other combination, like this B and CD, B and CD is what type of inheritance? Hierarchical, HIERARCHIAL. Sorry, CHICL. So hierarchical inheritance. Then does Java support single level inheritance? Does Java support a hierarchical inheritance? Then when we club both also will be supported or not supported? Yes or no? Yes, it will be supported. So this is, so in general, because multiple inheritance is not possible in Java, hybrid is also not possible is a general statement we'll find in internet also. But no, if multiple is not there. If multiple is not there, then hybrid is supported. If multiple is there, then hybrid is not supported because multiple is not supported. Are you getting me? So this is supported. So when this is supported, then can we write the syntax? Yes or no? So what is syntax quickly? Public class A, and this has a class B is extends A. So B is a child of A class, and then followed by class C, which extends B, extends. Then C class body, then followed by class D also extends B only and its body. This is supported. Yeah. So now let me draw one more combination. What is other combination is, so here is A and here is B and here is a, okay, so let me take the different names. Just a second. Here is A and B and C. This is the representation. It is what type of inheritance? Hierarchical. Correct or not? Then B and C with D. So if I take this separately, this above part of this A, B, C is supported. Yes or no? So this is hierarchical and it is supported. Then what about this BCD combination? It is what type? BCD combination is a multiple type. It is multiple. And because two inheritances put together, then what it will become? It will become hybrid. So single and hierarchy together. So therefore two or more becomes hybrid. And here also two inheritances together becomes hybrid. But out of which one is supported in Java, another one is not supported in Java. Yes or no? Therefore together is supported now. This type of hybrid is supported or not supported? Not supported because hierarchy is possible, hybrid is not, multiple is not possible. Then how come that combination will be possible? It is not possible. So this type of hybrid, wherever multiple is involved, such type of hybrid is, so this type of hybrid is not supported. This hybrid is not supported. What's the reason? Not supported because multiple is not supported. Multiple inheritance is not supported. Hmm? What is Boolean here? Okay, yeah, correct, correct. Yeah. So this type of hybrid is supported. This is supported because both are supported in Java. Individually, both are supported. But here, so this type of hybrid is not supported because one is supported and one is not supported in Java. Yeah. So because of this combination, in general, people will say that hybrid is not supported in Java. But no, wherever multiple is involved, out of the hybrid things, if both are supported, possible. If anyone is not supported, possible. If both are not supported, also possible, not possible. Clear? Yeah. And this looks like which shape? Diamond. So that's why hybrid inheritance is also named as diamond inheritance, but only for this combination. I'll write it. I'm not generalizing like internet. I'm keeping it very specific. This is also called as diamond problem. Diamond problem because of hierarchy and multiple combination looks like a diamond symbol, and that is not possible. That's why hierarchy is not possible, or diamond inheritance also not possible, is what is the general statement. But so this is called as a diamond problem where multiple is involved, not possible. Clear? Yeah. So this is the fifth type. Any other types are there? Okay, so there is next one. I am writing the diagram. Class A, what is this called as? Self inheritance. Self inheritance. Yeah, this is sixth one, I think. Correct? Yeah, this is sixth one. Self inheritance. What's the meaning of that? A class inherits itself only. So for that, public class, class A extends A is the syntax. Is it supported in Java? Supported or no? If supports, any extra benefits? If doesn't support, any problem? No problem also. Yeah, so this is not supported. Yeah. Then this also called as, it looks like A to B, A to B, then B to C, then A to C also. What is that? It's a cyclic. Cyclic inheritance is one more. This is possible only. So, but it's not required. In one series of things, every class is child class of another class. So that's called a cyclic. Somebody says this also cyclic only. It's self-inheritance, and it is not supported because of no extra benefits. So that syntax is didn't allow. If you write this only, it's a error. Yeah. So these are various types of inheritances that we have in Java. Yeah. Clear? So then the next part, cyclic diagram, it is every class will have a parent in the chain process. It looks like there is a class A, class B, class C. Yeah. So B is a child of A, C is a child of B, and yeah, A is a child of C. So like that. So that is unnecessary confusions, and we don't use them. So just ignore, that's it. The next one, the next concept is constructor chain. Constructor chain. When it comes to accessing of variables of parent class in child class, possible. When it comes to accessing methods of parent class from child class is also possible. Then is it possible to access constructor of parent class from child class through inheritance? That's the question. So for this, let me write the syntax. There is a class called public class the class name, we say some game. Class name is game. Inside this class, what do we have a, how do we have a constructor? Can you please tell me? Syntax of constructor, programmer defined constructor. Public, then followed by constructor name is same as a class name. Then we are not having any instance variables and all. Let me just take only the no arguments. Then just for our understanding, print of game class constructor. Yeah. Then to this game class, let us take one child class. So how does the syntax looks like? The class name cricket. Then which extends game class and its body. Now inside this cricket class, being a child class, I want to access parent class constructor. So what is this one? A game is a parent class, cricket is a child of this. Now how we can achieve that? Through extends keyword. So therefore, game class members can be accessed in cricket class directly. That's what the inheritance says. Now the question is it possible to access the constructor? Yes. Then how do I access? So public void some method name fun. And inside this one, is it possible to access constructor? What's the constructor signature? Constructor name and parameters semicolon. Possible? Is it possible or not possible? Yeah. So here the answer is not possible because what is this game? It is a constructor. Then what is this method? Can we access constructor from a method? Not possible. So therefore, so I am writing various reasons. The first reason why it is not possible, the reason for this is constructor can never be accessed from method. Constructor can't be accessed from a method. From method. By mistake also if you write this, then error. It's not possible. Then next thing, inside this game body only, because of no space, I'm writing beside. So what is that? Public, then cricket. What is this? Constructor for cricket class or same class. Then from this constructor, from child class constructor, can we access parent class constructor? Constructor name, then parenthesis and semicolon. Yes or no? From method, it's not possible. Now it's a constructor. From child class constructor, I'm trying to access the parent class constructor. Possible? Yes or no? So here from method, it is not possible. So that is the clear reason. From constructor, it is not possible. It's not possible. Yeah. The reason is, what is the reason? We can't use constructor signature. What is the reason? Because yeah, I know, because actual spelling also wanted to have this, because constructor will not participate in inheritance. Constructor will not participate in inheritance. Constructs cannot be inherited. Only variables and methods will be. Parent class methods and variables only inherited to the child class. Constructor will not be inherited. It is something like your parent is having some health problem. You want that also, being a child? Yeah, just remember like that. So constructors cannot participate in inheritance. Yeah, that's why it is not possible to access directly. Not possible to access directly. But is there any other way to access indirectly? Any other way to access indirectly? So that's why I have written very clearly. We can't use construct signature, but something else we can use. Yeah, that let me write very clearly with another example. With another example. So what is this constructor chain and all? I'm not done yet. Okay, we'll create object, then we'll see the flow. So for this, public class again game. Inside this game class, how many constructors we can have? One constructor only? What are the properties of a constructor? Can you please tell me? Yeah, a class can have n number of constructors with different signatures. Therefore, how many constructors we can have? Any number. Yes or no? There. I'll take two constructors. I'll take two constructors. Public, then game with no inputs. Then I'll take one more constructor. Public game with int parameter, say int x. Yeah, correct. Now an inheritance is happening here. Now only one class, therefore there is no inheritance at all. Now my question is it possible to access one constructor from other constructor of the same class? Is it possible to access one constructor from another constructor of the same class? We discuss same class method calling in core Java concept, coding classes. So here same class constructor calling. Let us assume that. So if at all I want to call this constructor from here, this constructor from this body, is it possible? If yes, then shall I go for game and all? You may say that game parenthesis semicolon. Is it matching to its signature? It's matching or not matching? The name of the constructor, game. Any inputs? No. Is it matching or not matching? Matching. Then is it possible or not possible? It is. So it is not possible. To call same class constructor, we will be using a this function call. This keyword is different. This function call is different. To call same class constructor from another constructor only, we can use a this function. That's all. This is how we can call one constructor of same class from another constructor by using a this function call. Understood? Yeah. Then can I call it one more time? Can we call one method more than one time? One method. Yes. Then I want to call this constructor once again from this constructor. From here only, but in next line I want to call it once again. Possible? Yes. What is the syntax? This, and is it taking any arguments? Therefore, here also no arguments. In the previous also same explanation. Why it is empty? Because this is empty. Understood? Yes or no? Like this, how many times we can call? How many times we can call? Can I use one more time this of parenthesis and semicolon? Yes. This itself is syntactically wrong. Yeah. What is the reason? The reason is this call must be first line of code inside a constructor body. This call must be first line of code inside a constructor body. Now, when there is semicolon, this will become first line or second line? Second line. Then how can we write second line of code as this call? Not possible. That's the reason only inside a constructor body, one time this function call is allowed or this method is allowed. Am I clear? So we can't access constructors by constructor names at all. We can create object by constructor name, but we can't access constructor by constructor name. That's the first point. Then how to access constructor? If it is of same class, then go for this function call, and this parenthesis has to match to the signature of the constructor, inputs of the constructor. Then only it's correct. Understood? Yeah. Now tell me, how do you call this game second constructor from first constructor? Just for syntax. So how do you access this one from here? What should I write? All of you. This call, a open and close parenthesis, semicolon. Correct? Only empty parenthesis. Correct or incorrect? Incorrect. Because what is the input of this constructor? One integer. Name we can't use, therefore this we have to use. And int parameter. But are we giving any parameter? Then what are we supposed to use? Any dummy integer. So for example, say 10. Now it's correct. So this is how this function call is allowed to access current class constructor. T should be small. Yeah. Then next, I'm adding inheritance to this. I'm adding inheritance to this. So what is inheritance? Class child. Who is the child? Cricket. From this child class, extends is a keyword. Then followed by game is a parent class. And inside this, can we access constructor from a method? Can we access parent class constructor from child class method? Just now we have seen. From method, is it possible? Not possible. From constructor also with constructor name, is it possible? Not possible. But is it possible to access or not? Is it possible to access? Constructor will not participate in inheritance, means directly we can't access. Directly by using a constructor name, we can't access. Then is there any option? So for that, the answer is from child class constructor. So therefore, first let us have a child class constructor. What is the syntax? Access modifier, then constructor name, same as class name, then with arguments or without arguments, our choice. Then followed by, from this child class constructor, is it possible to access parent class constructor? Yes or no? The answer is yes. The answer is yes, but what is the approach? So here we have to use a super function call. This function call to access current class constructor. Super function call is to access the parent class constructor. Yeah. So here super parenthesis. Yes. So this is the approach. Then here, what is the thing we have to take care is, do we have any constructor in the parent class without parameters? Yes or no? It's there or not there? In parent class of this cricket class called game class, in this class, do we have any constructor with no arguments? Yes, we have. Then only it is allowed. Yeah. Then how to access the second one? Can we use super again? Everything lowercase letters only, this and super. So super of 100, any integer. Possible? So in parent class of this, do we have any constructor which is taking integer argument? Yes or no? Then is it possible or not possible? No. Again, what's the rule? Why this is not possible? Why this is not possible? Yeah, this function call or super function call inside a constructor must be first line of code only. Then what is this line? It's first line or second line? Therefore, it's not possible. If you write super of 100, possible, only one, or super of no nothing, possible. But having both is not possible. Understood? Clear? Clear? Yes. Yeah. So I have written a concept, but I didn't even reach to the half of that. I have written something called as constructor chain, but we are understanding possible syntax only. Clear or any confusions? Clear? So then tell me, what is the purpose of this keyword? Yeah. We have discussed in the last class. This keyword I'm saying. Hmm? This is always current. This. Okay. So this keyword, what's the use of this one? This keyword is used to access current class instance members. Instance members. What are the members? Variables and also methods. Variables or methods. Where it is allowed to write? Where we can use this keyword? This keyword is allowed to write inside a method. Yeah, outside method also possible only. So, and how many times we can use? This dot x, this dot x. If you take one class, print this dot x multiple times. I'm going to one of the previous class examples. And here what I'm using? This dot x I'm using. Can I use one more time this dot x in next line? Can we use one more time? 3 times, 4 times, 10 times, 100 times? Possible or not possible? Super dot x also. One more time. System dot out dot println super dot x. Possible? Possible or not possible? Yes. This keyword, super keyword, can be used n number of times. Not, there is no restriction there. But when it comes to this function, super function, one time inside a constructor body, first line of code. That's the rule to remember. Yeah. So this keyword and this keyword is allowed to use multiple times. Am I clear? Am I clear? Next one. What is this function? This is a keyword. And what is this one? This is this function. This function or this method. This function call or this method call. Anything you can call it as. What's the purpose of it? This function call is used to access what? Access current class constructor. Current class constructor from other constructor only. From other constructor only. Can we use this inside a method? Can we use super call inside a method? No. Can we use this call inside a method? No. This call super call means this function super function. So from other constructor only. Other constructor only as what? As first line of code. And is it allowed to use multiple times? Not allowed to use multiple times. Not allowed more than once. Only once is allowed. Yeah. So then what is super keyword? Yeah. What is super keyword? Super keyword is used to access, yeah, parent class instance members. Parent class instance members from child class. How many times we can use this keyword? This keyword is allowed to use multiple times. Yeah. The next. So what about super function call? Super function. What's the purpose of it? Super function call is allowed to access parent class constructor. Yeah. So it is super function call is used to access parent class constructor. Constructor from where? From child class constructor only. From child class constructor where? child class constructor only as first line of code. As first line of code. We can't write second line, third line. We can't write outside the constructor also. Yeah. So this is about this function, super function, and inheritance through constructor. Clear? I don't know what's the time, but beyond this, I don't take. It leads to confusion.